Okay, I'm here with the Mechatronics group from Bradley High School, and I love this because when I asked them if they were the robotic guys, they said, well, I had two parts right. They're guys and they work with robots. So I think this is wonderful. So this is a class that you all take at Bradley. What level? Junior, senior, sophomore? Where do you start in?
You start when you're a junior. Yeah. You start when you're a junior to take Mechatronics 1, but you can take Intro to Tech, and there's now a class called Digital Electronics that you can take.
Okay, and then you work yourself up to your senior year, where you kind of co-did with Cleveland State and Bradley.
Yeah. These two are seniors now. I'm going into my senior year this year.
Oh, good. You're a holdover. Everybody will love that because we always need somebody that knows something.
Right. And so I'm going into it next year, and I'll be working with Cleveland State for their development.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
What we're looking at here at the Pie Center is a partnership with the Center for Sports Medicine, which is right over here. Center for Sports Medicine Orthopedics, Dr. Spangler, Dr. Grebner, like the whole PT department. And what will happen with our kids, if you basically just look through here, it gives you an overview of what we're doing now. We teach health science in the high schools now. We teach a sports medicine class, an exercise science class, and then we do some internship stuff. But what this will basically entail will be where they will come in and basically get immersed into the Center for Sports Medicine, and with a therapist, with an occupational therapist, can job shadow some orthopedic surgeons, can work with strength and conditioning coaches, OTs, and whatnot. What that will do is basically give them on-the-job training. Will help them a whole lot with on-the-job stuff, as well as give them the opportunity to see, is this something they want to do as a career? And it lets them make a whole lot more networking connections throughout the entire company, where if they do want to do this as a career, now they have some go-to people they can contact, put on a resume, also be able to ask them about college preferences, different college courses they have taken in the past and things. So it could be a really big thing. What we have out here on the table is just a few of our stuff that we use in the classes, as well as we did a video of the anatomage table. What the anatomage table is, this is a cadaver table. So they have taken 3 cadavers, they cut them down into 3mm sections, and they rebuild them 3-dimensionally up on this table. We left the table over at Bradley. We have one, Walker Valley has one as well. And what this is you can basically see anything you want to see inside the human body of this person. I think this was a male Caucasian that I have up here. And so what we're doing up here on the screen right now is we're just basically changing the color of bones. I think I was getting ready to make a bone quiz, so I would change them colors and put pins in them so that they could just take the quiz as to, if I say name the red bone, they could write that down. If I say name the blue bone up here, what is that? Also through here, you can see we can twist this around. We can turn it up on its side. We can add back in skin, organs, everything else, and then we can gradually take things off. I think here in a minute I'm going to put the muscles back on. You can do dissection cuts. You can cut it in half, in 4s. Whenever you do dissect something, you now can turn it and spin it all the way around. If you have the heart, you can take the heart out, cut it, look in all the chambers, find the lobes, and it's just a really, really neat teaching tool. It's something that very few schools have the ability to have. Most of the time it's in college, but that is something that our students get to see. We usually use it about once to twice a week, which is a really cool thing for them to get to see. I have 2 graduating seniors. They have graduated in May. If you guys have any questions about them, they went through our entire program. Went through internships, went through exercise science class, took the action personal training certification course. Both of them passed it as well. And so if you guys have any questions for them, as far as what it was like being a student going through there or anything else, please feel free to ask them and they can answer it. But Center for Sports Medicine is also provided like koozies, ice packs, pens, brochures, pamphlets, and for us, we made this brochure to kind of like explain what we're going to be doing, how this is going to transform basically the education of Bradley County in the future. Anybody have questions?
I have one. I kind of want everybody to understand what you all are going to be doing here, correct me if I'm wrong, is you'll be starting out with people can learn to be a receptionist, all the way up to decide they want to go to medical school to be a doctor. And everything in between is what you all will be doing here in the Pie Center.
In the Pie Center, they will have some stuff that they can do receptionist-based things.
Right.
but the majority of our stuff will be focused more on going towards a medical career.
Right, and getting them up to the next level. But there are stopping levels that they can do.
Correct.
Before they get to med school. Okay, great.
And
Thank you.
it will be one of those things where if they decide after, a lot of my kids have the dream of I want to be a PT.
Right.
And then once they get through all the sports medicine classes, they decide I want to change to be an OT, I want to be a PTA, I want to be an OTA, I might just want to be a tech. And so they kind of get to see all the different gamuts of it and then get to choose what area they want to go into.
Which is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right, and this is our work-based learning group right here.
Thanks for coming, but this is just kind of just an overview of our work-based learning program. Here in Bradley County Schools, we're so fortunate with the community members that we have that are receptive to our students, and it's really our chance to get our students out in the community with real hands-on experience. And that's been so great for us. We've had so much success with that, and just how that incorporates to the PI Center. Advanced manufacturing. I'll give an example of advanced manufacturing. There's a challenge with advanced manufacturing, and most of those jobs you have to be 18 years of age. And so we're hoping or we know it will, kind of fix that problem in this facility. We have kids that work all the way in Chattanooga in some things, and all the way Collegedale, and even up in Athens. And so what that's going to really do is just kind of put a hub almost here, so all those students can just come to this location and get those experiences just under one roof. So we've had great success. Just for example, and I'll let kind of the others from Walker Valley talk, but from Bradley Central High standpoint, I think this last year, something like 130 kids were in career focus work-based learning placements. And so that covers law firms, that covers business and marketing places, that covers advanced manufacturing. So we're really excited about the opportunities that this facility is going to offer us. So we're doing some really good things from a work-based learning standpoint. We think this is just going to propel that to just greater things. And so I'll let them kind of go from there.
Well, just at Walker Valley, we've been blessed as well. We've had a lot of companies partner with us, and so it's allowed our students to go out into the community and actually work at places that they might be interested in having a career with. So like he said, we have students in Athens, we have them in Cleveland area, closer to Chattanooga. It just depends on where we can get them in. We have had some problems getting in students that were 18 years, if they were less than 18 years, so that's been one of our obstacles we have to overcome, but it looks like that's going to get a little better. And for example, we brought some of our TVA CADNet information today, so if you'd like a flyer, feel free to get one. TVA partnered with us and actually created a site at Charleston Elementary where our high school students could interview and apply and actually work for TVA. So they were interviewed through TVA, they had to go through background checks for TVA, and they are actually employed through TVA, and they work at the Charleston Elementary School site, and they do different things there to assist with TVA. And then they've actually offered some of our students jobs at the next level as they graduate from high school, so it's been a great opportunity. Lexi Miller is one of our students that just graduated from Walker Valley, and I'll let her tell you a little bit about what she does and her future plans.
So next year I'm going to go, I guess this fall I'm going to go to UTC, and I'll be working in the downtown office for TVA. And so at Walker Valley I took a lot of CAD and Mechatronics classes. So I'm actually able to put that in, I'm working with CAD at TVA, so I get to do what I like, and I get to make sure that I like it, and so far I do, so I get to go to the next level with it, so it's really nice.
I'm here with Patrick Spangler, who, this young man is the new principal at Bradley Central High School. When do you take office? Or position, not office.
Office, right?
Position.
It'll be July 1.
July 1.
And so, really for the next little bit, I'm just excited to work with Mr. Shoemaker and just kind of, pick his brain a little bit more and get the feel for it. I told several people about the opportunity. This is kind of like a dream job for an educator. Being an athlete, being a student, being a teacher, being a coach, an administrator and now the principal of Bradley High School. It's just people work their whole life in this profession
You're
and never
exactly
have this
right.
opportunity.
And I think that's great. And you're kind of following your dad's footsteps because he was principal at Ocoee Middle for how long?
He was there for 21 years.
Okay.
I believe 10 as an assistant.
Okay.
And maybe 11, and that may be flip-flopped or
Well-
whatever, but it was a total of 21 years. And so I've kind of, grown up,
Yes, you have.
seeing and can't be. And it's kind of difficult whenever I talk about him, but I kind of
Yeah.
like tear up a little bit.
Well,
but
and
it's
we
just
understand.
it's just so special of an
Yeah.
opportunity because just to have watched him in that
Right.
role and now.
And I will assure you that if we didn't get the number of years right, he will let us know.
He'll let me know
Yes,
whenever he
then-
sees
and
this.
then I'll have to retract that on TV and say,
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, but Ron said it was actually 24, but
That's
whatever
right,
it was.
that's right.
But I'm excited for you. I think this is great. So you started teacher, coach. Now you've been assistant principal.
Yes.
And director of CT at Bradley.
Yeah,
CTE.
a lot of my experience has been working in the CTE world, with work-based learning internships
Yes.
and just a career in technical. That was my background before I became an educator. I was in human resources, and so it's just a really cool just how I told someone that I kind of jinxed myself before because I grew up and I was like, I'm never going to be an educator. I don't want to go in that profession, and now look where it's taken me.
And I think that's what your sister said too, wasn't it? We're not going to do that. And they'll both have you. Patrick, congratulations. I know you're going to do a great job, and I look forward to working with you on the Board of Education. So we're going to go to our next location, which is, do we know what it is?
You should be going to welding and machining, I believe.
Okay,
So there's some
welding
virtual
and
welders
machining.
and things like
okay,
that.
thank
So
you, Patrick.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys, let's go to welding. Yeah, okay, and this is Robbie. Robbie who?
McIntyre.
Robbie McIntyre.
Yes.
Oh, are you kin to Bob McIntyre?
Maybe.
Maybe. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Robbie, where are we right now? Because we got lost.
We are right now at STEM Education. The two
Okay.
tables, the two booths that we have set up right now, we have Sean Williams, who is our machinist from Bradley Central High School. He does our
Okay.
machining teachers. He was actually fortunate enough to bring one of his students in with him today
Oh,
to
good.
sort of go over a little demonstration on what they do in their classroom.
Okay.
And we also have Lincoln Electric. Lincoln Electric, we have been very fortunate for them to bring in some of their equipment. They're a virtual welding company. They
Right.
have virtual welders, so we not only offer welding at Bradley with hands-on experience, we also offer for our first level students a chance to learn welding without necessarily getting burned before they go to the second and the
Which
third
is
level.
probably a good idea. And it kind of gives them a comfort zone too.
It gives them a comfort zone and it gives them a sense of security, and they sort of understand what they're going to do before getting in there really playing with the dangerous stuff themselves already.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, I'm Sean Williams. I teach machining at Bradley Central High School. What I do here at Bradley Central, we start out with students with safety first, and then as well. But then we start out with, just the basic hand tools, on how to file and lay out projects on a part. Then the students would go on to CNC programming for like on lathe and mill. They start like on the manual first, and then they'll go to CNC programming. The student switches, they get certified. But as far as the tolerance in machining, we hold down in the high school setting right now at 1,000ths, in the tolerance system. There's a lot of math, so in a way we teach students how to fall in love with math again, because it's one thing, there's a lot of math in everything we do. As far as up here in this part right here, there's a lot of hands-on projects that we do. As far as there's a huge skill gap in this machining field and in the welding, so we're trying to get people involved, more females involved, because they do really well in machining and welding, as far as hands-on and CNC programming. We go to Skills USA every year where we have a competition, and they do really well in that as well.
Folks, we're still here at the Pie Center. We're traveling around to different groups and looking at all the different opportunities that are going to be here. And these are community people. And so my question to you all is, why are you here today?
Well, I'm here because I worked in this building 29 years.
Fantastic.
And wanted
kid.
to see what the next life is going to be, and I'm excited about that.
I think that's great. I do. This is Ken Hart. And then we have the Morlock family, and
I'm a retired teacher from Bradley County, and so I'm still, even though I'm retired, I'm interested in what goes on in education in our community. So this is exciting.
I think it is
So
too.
this is a learning process for me. Yes.
I'm here because I'm on the PI committee and I want to see it. So I've been in the building before. Our agency had American Uniform insured for years, and I've been in the building before a little bit, but this is the first time I've had a tour like this. So I think the PI Center is a great idea. I just hope it works out. It looks like we're headed in a positive direction right now with the county commission.
And I want to thank you all as members of the community for actually coming out today, because I don't think any of us knew what to expect. And so I think it's great that members of our community have come out to walk through and see what it is that we have in mind.
We
So-
want to thank you for promoting
Yes,
this,
thank you.
helping to promote it, and the school board.
I am so for it that sometimes I jump a little overboard, but I am so for it because as a former teacher, we know that not every child is college material, but they have a talent, a gift, and it's a trade gift maybe that we need. Because who do you call now for your electrician, your plumber, your contractor? I mean, those people are dropping off to the side because they're retiring, and we don't have them anymore. So hopefully the PI Center is going to take care of that.
This is a great feeder system for that.
I do too. Thank you all so much for being on.